We often see stories, but this is one hell of a story, fellas. Absolutely insane. I don't know if you've heard about this before. I mean, I'm just discovering this right now. And I just could not have a day without sharing with you. This is crazy. Look at this man. Look at this man. Look at this man. He's absolutely handsome. Yes, he is handsome. Why is he handsome? Because he's absolutely handsome. He's a man without a jaw. And his name is Joseph Williams from Chicago. He was born with an extremely rare condition called autofacial syndrome with no jaw. Just literally think about it. You give birth to a child and he has no jaw. And as a parent, you have to be shocked and scared and absolutely shivered. They took the little William into many operations, many aesthetic operations, and also functional operations to get him back onto being a normal human being. He inserted an external jaw, gave him a jaw so he could breathe, speak, chew. But unfortunately, as he grew up, the body rejected the jaw. So they couldn't force it. And he decided to live with this condition. Now, what's interesting to me is instead of beating himself down and crying over it, because that's what most of us would do, he said, no, I'm going to be just fine. And guess what? He is just fine. He's got a tube on his neck, on his throat, to help him breathe because he cannot breathe. He has no mouth like you and I. He's got a way of eating, just inserting a tube through which they get food into his stomach, straight into the stomach. No need to chew it. But he's got a beautiful life. Look at his wife. Look how beautiful his wife is.
Hello, I am Joseph Williams, here with my wife, Vania Williams. Today we will be going over comments from our video that was done.
I mean, you talk about interest. Oh, I love him because of this. I love him because of that. It takes one special human being to want to be, and let me put it that way. I know it sounds bad because that's a society we are forced to live into, to be the wife of this man. I'm choosing to be the wife of this man, even though he has no millions in his bank account. Well, I can't really tell.
Me and my husband, Joe, we've been together for 2 years. When I first met Joe at work, I seen him walk into the building, and it was early in the morning. And when I saw Joseph, I was thinking to myself, am I really seeing this? Because like I said, it was early, and I'm like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? And I didn't want to talk to him because I felt like I knew I was curious, but I didn't want to be rude and ask him what happened because I was just having all these assumptions of what happened to him.
I don't know if he does have millions or not, but I'm sure if he had, they would have mentioned it somewhere because, that's what the world we're living in do. This is his wife, kissing him with so much passion. This is my man. I don't know if they've got children. We're going to have to check that. I'm not 100% sure. But I think this is pure. This is absolutely wonderful. These are the type of love. This is the kind of relationship or marriage that God intended for human beings, I firmly believe. And lucky is the man that found such wife. Like, what are you going to say to me? She was so hurt by man that she decided, no, I don't want no normal man anymore in my life. Let me go find myself a man with no jaw so I can be happy. At least for sure I know he's not going to cheat on me. That's what naysayers will say, right? But for how long can you pretend? Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that with somebody if you don't find him attractive? Why would you force yourself, especially if he does not have any more money than you do? Because we could justify that saying, okay, he's got a lot of money. Because he's got a lot of money, at least I can be blind for a while, provided that I'm getting the money from him. But I am not getting no money from this guy. I am not getting anything necessarily visually spatial from this man. But certainly, I love his heart. And I'm going to be down for him. I'm going to be his wife. We don't even get this into friendships. It's very sad because sometimes you look at two people, you already know why they love each other. I mean, if this man had a lot of money, you would clearly look and go, I see why they're together. Now, you can't tell why they're together. You don't think her family said to her, you are crazy, you've lost it. Like, look at all these other men. What if your children have the same syndrome? How are you going to feel about that? Are you happy to take... She probably said, no, it's not. The probabilities are very low. And they probably told her, how do you know that? How do you know that? Do you want to take the risk of having 2 or 3 babies with no jaw since it's a syndrome? Well, I don't know if it's genetically transmissible or, Think about the family members who know nothing about science. Let's say it's not. Think about those people that just said something negative. I'm your aunt. I'm your auntie, whatever. I want everything good for your life. And I'm just saying this for you. Listen, I've got experience about life, and I'm telling you, whatever you're feeling right now is it's a feeling that's going to fade away. Don't sign papers. Don't sign yourself into permanent situation based on a feeling you don't quite understand. Now, but he was clearly firm. Look at that. You can't fake this. You can't fake this. You cannot. How can you fake this? It's not possible. And I found this extremely inspiring. He learned how to speak with sign language, learned how to be astute, because he knows when you don't have a joy, you need to compensate with other things. So you must be extremely intelligent. And for that, you need to read. You need to educate yourself. You need to pamper yourself with knowledge so you can be somebody extraordinary. And this is what he's done.
So the way me and Joe communicate is through his phone. He used the text-to-speech app, and also with sign language. He taught me alphabet, so I know from A to Z the alphabets. I gotta learn patience with Joe because he has to use his talk-to-speech, and I gotta wait on his response.
Joseph Williams. I think this is just something very inspiring. That's what I said. I firmly believe in life there are people for people. Let's talk about that. Let's praise that lady. There are people for people. And I firmly don't believe you should force yourself into whatever situation. If it doesn't feel naturally good, I don't know. I know everything needs investment. You need to invest into your friendships, invest into your marriage. You need to make sure things are good and pamper them. I don't think that suffices. If somebody doesn't want to be with you, somebody's not created for you. There is no amount of pampering, no amount of gifts, no amount of travel, no amount of niceness can get them to give you the things that you need to be who you were created to be. And beyond that, the courage of this man choosing knowledge. He could have said, okay, because I'm handicapped. I don't think he's handicapped. It's just mental barriers. Let me go find a woman who has no legs, or a woman who does not fit the normal society norms. He didn't do that. He didn't suppress his feelings, believing less of himself because he doesn't have a job. He chose the best. I don't quite know how they chose to be together, but you need to have a level of self-confidence to say, this is the woman I want in my life. So whatever situation you find yourself, my brothers and sisters, don't stop believing in yourself. Believe in life, believe in possibilities. This is some of the crazy stories we don't hear. We don't talk about this. Okay, we all the time hear about somebody profiting of somebody looking for somebody. This is two souls finding each other in the realm of the spirit. Let me know how you feel about this. It's always a great pleasure. Such an amazing and inspiring figure, Joseph Williams, 42 years old from Chicago, was born with an extremely rare condition called autofacial syndrome. I found it amazing. Can you choose a man like this? Would you do that? I'm questioning. I want to know. Why would you love to be with a man like that? Just tell us. Just be honest with us. Why would you say, okay, I'm going to choose to be with this man? He's got no job. He's going to be the father of my children. With the possibility, probably, or maybe not, of having children who's going to be just like him. Would you do that? God bless.